President.
Maximum Radio. Maximum Radio. Maximum Radio. Maximum Radio. Maximum Radio. Maximum Radio. Maximum Radio.
So hey, it's Golden Songs. We on the block with another one of Trinidad's young finest, Renako Waldron, who is the CEO and founder of Nacotek. So I want to say good afternoon, welcome to On the Block. What's up?
Hi, good bro. What's up?
Yes, man. Good to hear you. Good to hear you. Well, we on the block, we are on a mode where we are promoting young entrepreneurs, people who are risk takers, who want to do good for themselves and take life by the scruff of the neck, so to speak. Give us a introduction into who is Renako Waldron and what is Nacotek.
Well, first of all, let me just say it's a pleasure to be locked on here. It's always been a dream of mine to own my own company. Well, for those of you who don't know, I'm Renako Waldron. I grew up in the beautiful island of Tobago.
Yes, man.
So shout out to all the Tobago people locked on.
Yes, man.
So I studied in the University of the West Indies. I did a business management degree, a minor in psychology. And, coming out of university, I wanted to, I was finding purpose, looking for what God wanted me to do on the earth.
Right.
So, I always was into leadership. I was always, from a young person, I always loved the idea of leading a team, leading an organization, doing something that, I'll have a level of control over and manifesting and materializing. And it's actually in university, funny enough, when it came to phone, because for persons who don't know, Nacotek is basically your local Apple store when you can get anything Apple, from phones to laptops, accessories, chargers, headphones, you name it.
Well, yeah, you're my thing there, man. That's my realm.
Yeah, for sure. Well, of course. Everything is everything Apple, right? When it comes to technology. And I started off fixing phones and stuff in university because actually my phone fell and broke. And for those who know iPhones, when your iPhone screen is cracked, it's a leg and a arm.
Yes, it's over. True.
So, it is their scene. So, your boy wasn't really playing much cash back then. So, your boy went up on YouTube and, looked online to see how to fix the iPhone screen.
Right.
And funny enough, I ordered in a screen the first time and I mashed up the phone. Actually, mashed up the phone. Because, I wasn't taking the time and I had no experience in the tech industry. I just was trying to save money. But, this is the one thing I learned at an early age is that sometimes in failure is not final. Failure is feedback.
Roger that. Yeah, I love that.
You love that?
Yeah, I love that.
Failure
is
not
feedback.
final.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, because my life has failed at a lot of things. I'm not one of those persons who just get it right the first time. And I embrace those hurdles. I went back again and I spent my time this time because I was kind of rushing it. What was supposed to take 30 minutes, I now took at least 4 to 5 hours to do. I looked at every screw. I really take my time. I went through like I was performing hand surgery on a patient. And it's when I put on that power button and I saw that Apple logo come on, I was like, wow. I saved myself.
Success! I know that.
Success! Well, I tell myself I saved myself $1,200 at the time. So my friend's phone ended up cracking. And she was like, Nako, you can fix my phone for me? And I was like, yeah, I can fix my phone. I don't know. I don't know about your phone. But she said, don't worry yourself, man, because she also didn't have the phone. So I just ordered in a cheap screen on Amazon.
Right.
And I fixed the phone. And from that in the UE, I was just the guy to go to fix phones.
Right,
I hear that. Yeah. Fast forward 4 years, I was doing my little jobs on the side, my little government work. And I was doing Nacotek on the side. And then COVID-19 hit.
Right.
And it's only last year I realized that, when people were working from home, I saw a demand for my services because I eventually started selling phones, etc. on the side.
Right.
And then I say, Nako, you should really upscale this thing, You have a little following here, people looking for a certain level of quality, etc. Register your business, do things the proper way.
Right.
And boy, I didn't have the money at first because, iPhones are, it's not a cheap product or a cheap commodity.
It's a capital intensive market.
Bougie brand.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what happened, I ended up selling my car because listen to me, sometimes in life, let me tell you something in life, I have learned, when you take, you would never reach anywhere like they don't take risks.
Roger that.
You would not reach anywhere substantial if there is not elemental risk involved. And the proceeds from the money from why I sold my car for like 25,000.
Right.
And when I got these things, it was there in the bank, however, and I decided to buy 4 phones.
Right.
I bought 4 phones with that money, and I only started off the business in January with 4 phones. And actually, God was like, listen, you're a Christian, you believe in me. You know, I believe in giving. So
Right.
I believe for my first food giving, what I did, I decided to give away one of the 4 phones via giveaway online.
Right.
And bro, I did it on the 4th of February 2021, and I opened that page, and my followers reached 3,000 in 2 months.
Wow.
And
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2 months.
man.
The response online was phenomenal because I was out there taking shots. I didn't take the traditional route of just selling iPhones. What I wanted to do was sell a lifestyle through iPhones because I only use Apple products.
Right.
So what I did, I started marketing myself at a very high level online, utilizing my smartphone, of course, to take the shots. I started doing collaborations with businesses, showing other businesses how to use iPhones to help market your product, how to use different applications on the iPhone. And bro, my business has grown. I've sold over 100 and something phones over the past 3-4 months.
Wow. Wonderful.
Starting from just 4 phones
From
and giving
4
away.
phones, yeah. Yeah, that's that
You know?
minimal investment.
Yes, so
Yeah.
that is glory. Yeah, bro, that is glory to God for that. And
All the way.
Yes, and I've seen how my business have grown tremendously and the support I've gotten from the younger generations in particular, because I have one of those, and for those who want to follow the page on Instagram, you can follow it at Nacotek, that's Nacotek,
Right.
across all the different social media platforms, because one of the things I love doing, I see young people, I love, for me it's more than just selling technology,
Right.
because I'm an ICT project manager as well, right? I manage some of the large-scale ICT projects for the government of Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
And in this job, it's more than just a career for me. I really want to make an impact on the country. And I believe that my gift is in technology. I'm an enthusiast when it comes to, digital space.
He's a geekhead. He's a geekhead.
Of course. Of course.
I feel you.
Yeah. I see myself as one of the greats, like Steve Jobs,
Right.
Jeff Bezos,
Right,
Elon
cool.
Musk.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
I consider those my peers. I consider those guys my competitors, and I come in for their spots, The
Roger
goal.
that. Good. That's cool.
You roger that? Yeah, and you heard it here first.
Yeah, Maximum Radio, we in the place.
Maximum radio, right? We're full to the brim. We're full to the brim on that. Because, one of the things I've noticed that even in this business space, there's a lot of room. When it comes to technology, the environment is right
Right.
for anything tech to succeed right now.
Good.
So,
Well, then that leads me to my other question. In that,
of course,
I hear what you're saying, I've been speaking to a lot of young entrepreneurs, and one of the things I'm hearing is, don't be afraid to fail, don't be afraid to falter, keep going,
of course.
right. So what I want from you now is to give the Maximum Radio viewers and listeners, give them a snippet of what kind of moxie, what kind of kahunas it takes to start a business, not only to start a business, but also to start a business in a time when the global climate for business is on a decline due to the pandemic. So you tell me what was going through your head thinking. Wait, just give somebody who comes out from Tobago too, who hear Naco on the radio and say, you know what, I don't do it, but I feel I need guidance. So share some of that wisdom that you would have obtained in starting your own business.
Okay, that's a good question. It's a good question because it's one that leads towards inspiring someone else to do something, which is something I believe in.
Right.
And for other young persons, as you mentioned, who may want to start, the first thing I would say to get by is get a little bit of faith,
Right.
because to do anything big, you have to have a belief system not bigger than your own, or something. You must believe in something higher than yourself.
Right, I hear
So for
that.
me, I was operating in a sense of purpose.
Right.
Because I believe that for anything to be blessed, it must be congruent to what God has for your life.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I know I would not have reached where I am if I wasn't doing exactly what I was supposed to do. And I believe that everybody on earth, like what you're doing right now, Golden Song,
Yes.
this is what you was created for. You're gifted in
Yeah,
it.
man.
You're
From your lips
excellent
to
at
go
what you
there,
do.
man. Your lips to go there, man. Thank you.
No, I'm telling you, you're gifted in what you do. You're gifted at communicating, and if that's your gift, you did three things: you discovered your gift,
Right.
you developed your gift, and you deployed your gift.
Roger that.
So I think, so when I go and I speak to graduation ceremonies and I go and I speak to young persons, I always tell them three things: discover your gift, discover what God gave you. Everybody
Right.
was blessed with that gift. Everybody, nobody's exempted from a gift. You have to discover it. When you discover your gift, you have to develop it, because when you have a gift in its raw state, it's undeveloped, it's underdeveloped.
Right.
It's one of those things that's in its raw state. It's like gold in
Yes.
the earth. It has to be
you need to
refined.
purify.
So
You need to be refined, yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So you refine your gift. This is even before your launch, eh?
Yeah.
Because you see, I always say private victory before public victory. Eh?
Okay.
I am succeeding publicly now because of the battles I've won privately before. I've even launched out, because I've been doing this thing, as I say, for the past 5 years. Now it has been visible for approximately 3 to 4 months.
Right.
But the
Behind the
trajectory
scenes,
and the way
behind the scenes, yeah. Yeah, the work,
Yeah.
yeah.
the groundwork. So I was developing in the background. So I developed and I reached that stage to deploy, which is the third D. I believe that was what set me up because of the groundwork I have put in before. So when I had faith to do all these things, and I know it was a pandemic, because you see, people say we're in a pandemic, eh?
Right.
No matter what circumstance or situation that you're in, pandemic or otherwise, other economic factors, there's always an opportunity for you to expose your gift. You might have to creatively do it. You might have to change your strategy because you really consider a non-essential person.
Right.
But you have to find a creative way to get your thing out there. Because at the time when I launched, you know, there was still an element of uncertainty. Government was shutting down certain things, you know.
Right.
I was asking myself, can I operate? But God gave me a vision. He said that He would take care of me. I would be the first and not the last, above and not beneath. And I'm seeing those promises holding some level of truth now as I excel in the business. So the best thing to do is start, ask God what you want to do, and go after it with everything you have. You can't be half pregnant with your dreams.
Right.
You have to be 100%. Pandemic or otherwise, do it safely, do it creatively, be different, stand out. And I think once you're walking out in your purpose, you should be successful.
Right, yeah, man. So I like the 3Ds. The 3Ds is discover, develop, and what's the last one?
Deploy. That's when you go out and you launch out. You actually put your gift into use.
Ah, we boy.
What's the right? Listen, get dangerous when you follow that formula, you know what
Yes.
a personal level, you know why it's dangerous? Because you're not doing what you're doing because of money. You're not doing what you're doing because it's cool. You're not doing what you're doing because it's the instinct. You're doing what you're doing because that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
It's almost like a car. It's almost like a car. You put a car in the water. That's the thing. The car wouldn't drive in the water. When you park a car on the road and this car was meant to drive and the engine working, the brakes working, everything working, and you're doing exactly what that car was designed to do and you're driving that car on the road, how you stopping that car?
Roger.
The car stop,
Yeah,
the car stop.
that's the car purpose. That's the car one designation.
Correct.
I hear that,
That's what
I
the
hear
car was built for.
I hear
And we
that.
all built for something. So
Roger
boy,
that.
once you discover what you built for, boy, nobody can say it. You're dangerous anyway.
Danger, I like that.
Even in the pandemic, you're dangerous.
I hear that. Yes, man.
Very inspirational.
So yeah, I love it. I love it. I knew that speaking to you would have borne some good tidbits that is passable on to other people. And I am on behalf of Golden Sounds and Christy D and Maximum Radio, we want to wish you enough prosperity. We want to ensure that your success is guaranteed. As a man of faith, you know that God is on your side, and we hope
Yes,
you stay to the course.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Of course.
So,
I appreciate that, man.
Right. So we in this on the block here. When you're on the block, you know, on the block is not just about serious talk.
Right.
On the block is it has got dog, it has small dog, it has,
Yeah,
that's what I say.
Yeah, no, it doesn't go wide.
So we have this thing called Honesty Lotto.
Honesty Lotto.
Right. And what we do is we have a set of questions numbered from
Right.
1 to 20,
Right.
and we give you a chance to pick a number, and we ask you that question,
Of course.
and you had to answer honestly. Now, this is a no judgment zone, so don't feel, well, we have all turned up noses here. No. This is a no judgment zone, so you can answer freely.
Okay.
Right.
So that's the best way to answer.
So, what number would you like?
Well, let me start with my favorite number, number 7.
Number 7.
Mm-hmm.
Number
All right,
7.
Manako.
Right.
Number 7,
Christy,
be kind to me, please. It's
Sorry.
my favorite. Don't embarrass me. Don't
Dan,
embarrass me.
I didn't write it. I just want to say, my disclaimer, I didn't write it, so go ahead.
Right.
The bingo balls have rolled and you've chosen number 7.
Mm-hmm.
So number 7 asks, have you ever been arrested? That you would like to claim?
Do you? That was some serious one. You need to talk to counsel. Do you need to get counsel? Do you need to get counsel?
Well,
I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. You tell us. You tell us.
Man, I didn't say.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
Nah, I have never been arrested so far.
Roger
Thus
that.
far.
Roger that.
I've defied all odds of the statistics of of young black men. I have
Right.
passed that.
Wonderful.
I don't think I will ever be arrested in my life.
Right,
right,
I let
wonderful.
good things above board.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Very good.
Wonderful. So again, we want to thank you for being on the block on Maximum Radio. We want to say we hope that when you get big, don't forget Golan songs. I like Apple as watching
You might as well go and find one to bite. Thank you very much, Ranako, for joining us this afternoon. You have been very, very inspirational.
Thank
You
you.
know, you sound like a very well-educated young man. And he's from my homeland of Tobago.
Tobago. Big up Tobago. You're
Yes.
making Tobago proud, man.
Most
So
definitely.
we want to
I
thank you for
appreciate
being here. And hey, hope you invite us to come back on the block anytime, especially when
Of
you're
course.
Have your little
when you're having your big
promotions and things like
Nacotek
that.
events.
Of course.
We have no problem covering any event that you want to do. You want to launch anything, you want to have any promotion, you contact
us
us.
up.
We here. We here for you, man. So it's
I have no
Maximum
problem.
Radio. You have anybody you want to shout out? Anything you want to say to anybody?
Well, because my wife, my wife, my
Must.
wife who is one of those persons who's
Right.
really the anchor. I know I talk a lot about
Right.
work, but
Actual CEO.
Right. The boss herself.
yeah, the boss. She's the one who really holding them. The real boss. The
real
real
boss, I
CEO
hear that.
who is supposed to be. All of us have to interview her next, you know. She's
Okay.
the real CEO. I
Right.
just the face.
Okay.
You know, a big shout out to my family, big up all my supporters, all my
Right.
followers, all the
Right.
people in the Nacotek world who have supported me so far. I want to appreciate you all and
Right.
thank you all for all the support.
Roger that, man. Well,
Could you just repeat the social media handles that you have and
Okay.
any contact information that you want to put out there?
Yes. So anybody who wants to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Nacotek, that's Nacotek. You can contact me at 305-6696. You can place your order and we can get you straight and give you that lifestyle you truly deserve.
All those
Yeah.
Apple products.
yes, man.
That's it. Everything Apple.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Bless up yourself. Yeah, man. So, Nacotek, thanks again for being on the block. It's Maximum
No problem.
Radio. We rocking your golden songs. Tell them.
You're on Maximum Radio.
We are just chilling on the block with Golden Sounds and Chrissy D. Maximum Radio. Maximum Radio. Maximum Radio.